I'm out. I'm done. On the verge of losing everything on margin, being wiped out completely. And the message online today is sell out. We're even being told the markets can go down 50% from here. People are capitalizing on this on the media. Big YouTube channels saying it's going down 50%. I wouldn't invest. And that's from here, not from the top, from here, which will be about 70%. Worst crash in history. People are selling out everywhere. Bull market officially cancelled. Idiots that can't count. Liberation Day, my arse. Investments cancelled. IPOs cancelled. M&A, mergers, acquisitions cancelled. Bankruptcies everywhere. Margin calls everywhere. Investments wiped out. Pensions wiped out. And I've lost faith in America. All of this has been caused by one man, Donald Trump. I was backing him all the way. Some things I like, some things I don't. But I'm pro-business. I'm pro-getting it done. But the other day, from the Rose Garden, I said we were about to go down 20%. And we have. I said it would happen, what he said. And this is the worst. None of it needed to have happened. Let's go through these points. First of all, the bull market is officially over. We are now in a bear market. Let's remind ourselves of that fact, shall we, for a moment. We've just had 2 years of growth. 2 great years. Markets doing well, inflation coming down, getting past COVID, supply chains being corrected. Things getting better and better and better. And now it's all over in 5 minutes. In fact, since Trump's been in power, I've now lost $42,000. But don't worry. Don't worry. We have an answer to that. You can buy the Trump coin on the day of inauguration. What happens? Everyone buys the Trump coin. Within minutes, the Trump family sell it from the table of the inauguration. It's now down over 80%, nearly 90%. Don't worry. Your favourite president just got all the money. You've lost everything. But it's not all over because while all this goes down, crypto is going through the roof. What has that done? What does that tell you? We've now entered into a world of selfishness and greed where fundamentals, principles, value have no sense anymore. None whatsoever. We do believe in crypto here. We do believe in XRP. But look at this. People aren't buying gold. They're not buying defensive companies. They're buying any meme coin, fart coin to binky bonk. It's a world of selfishness, a world of greed, and anyone who studies numbers, money, analysis, it's all worth nothing today. Idiots can't count. Well, during the presentation at the Rose Garden, Donald Trump picked up a list and showed you all the countries that had tariffs put on them. Some of the brightest minds in the world, PhDs all around the world, looked at the numbers and went on what he said, the formula that he said he used, and went to the place where the formula had supposedly come from. No one could find it. They made it up. The numbers were made up. Nonsense. We've got look at this. This is the world we live in. Greed and stupidity and nonsense. No one can explain how they got the numbers. They even put tariffs on islands where the only occupancy are penguins. And yet we carry on believing in America. America is made up of Americans, not one man. I didn't vote for this. I didn't buy this. I didn't invest in this. But that's what we got today. Now, someone here who is pro-business. Pro, not free trade.
TJ Molden donated $4.99 through a super chat. UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer seeks new trade deal with the United States to remove tariffs.
His team have said they're not removing tariffs. I've now got it confirmed that Israel and Vietnam took away their tariffs before the announcement. They still got slapped with a tariff. This has got nothing to do now with intelligence, anything to do with numbers, anything to do with patriotism for America. This is basically, I am taking over the world, making an arse of myself. This is what was said this morning by a man I don't always trust and believe. Jim Cramer just said this, and he's pro-business, and he was backing Trump, and he said also that I don't believe in fair trade. I don't want free trade. This is what Jim Cramer has just said. Listen to this.
Did over and over again, the president said, listen, it's going to be reciprocal. So you do it, we do it. And that was going to be so good. And I really...
Reciprocal. Nothing reciprocal. We were lied. We keep being lied over and over and over again. And we just keep taking it over and over again.
I really believed in it. And I feel like a sucker tonight because I am not a free trader and I do not believe in free trade. And I was just as tough, if not tougher than his people, but they screwed it up and they did it a totally ill-advised way. And I was very let down as someone who really, truly believes that free trade is awful for the American working person. This is what they came up with.
They can't even count. And as we speak, the markets are going down and everyone is telling you to sell everything and everyone is selling everything. I am on the verge of total and utter collapse. Margin call on basic principles. I did the right thing. I bought America. I did everything right. And I am being absolutely punished for it. Well, the rest of the world buys Binky Bonk coin. This is the world we've created now. I am so disappointed. So disappointed.
Jeez, come on. Have some gumption. Have some math.
I mean,
there is no maths. There's no maths left.
How in the world do they do that? After all of this, I mean,
Jerome Powell, they assured us over and over again, Aaron, that they were going to do the thing that would make it so that the tariffs would come down and the countries that were bad actors would change their ways. And then Israel decides to get rid of tariff.
And they tariffed them anyway.
Vietnam decides to cut their tariff, and they still got the highest tariff. It was such a shame because they missed the opportunity, and now they have to pay the price. And it's funny, too, because none of this stock market, none of this had to happen. And I feel badly because a lot of people lose money when this happens. I hope people just be calm, be constructive. But the way that they handled it was so Bush League that I was surprised. They really did. Over and over again, the president said, listen.
There we go. That's just one view. Now, this afternoon, I've been talking to people around the world. As you know, I have contacts everywhere. And I'm telling you now that anyone who comes in and defends this, who says this is okay, I'm sorry, but you're stupid. You've not traveled. You do not know what's going on. There are people around the world telling me today that factories are shutting down. People are being made bankrupt. And what makes it even worse, if you think that this is the end, it's just the beginning. UK, Europe, Canada, Australia, Japan are starting to do deals with China instead of America because they don't want anything to do with Trump. Investments cancelled. We were about to release a load of IPOs and some merger and acquisitions, all cancelled. People are not investing in America. And if they were, and this is what drives me up the friggin' wall, if they were, where are they? They're not. No one is buying America. Everyone in America, apart from me, the Englishman, is selling. You're all selling. Anyone who messages me, I've received thousands of emails today and messages for people telling me, invest in America. We are. No, you're not. We love what Trump's doing. No, you're not. If you were, you'd be buying America, but you're not. What are you doing? This is what you're doing. You're buying Binky Bonk coin. Because you're selfish and greedy and you say you support America, but you don't. You say you love what Trump's doing, but you're not backing it. You're not supporting it. For 4 years, I've worked on this channel on Saturday and gave my absolute all. And I'm losing everything because I believe and I've invested in America. Numbers that were made up on the back of cigarette packets. Investments cancelled, bankrupts everywhere, lost faith in America. What I mean by that is I've lost faith in America because America has lost faith in itself. People are selling out left, right and centre. There's no end to it. Huge big YouTube channels with millions of followers are saying it's going down 50%, 60%, 90%. The biggest crash in history. Why? They've all got self-interest. I've done everything I can to support people and do what's right and invest with intelligence, buy undervalue. No one cares. No one listens. So here we are. In a world where Binky Bonk and Fart Coin and grass, go and take some grass, go and get yourself bloody out your head. That has got more value today than any business in the United States. So what do? What do? Do I sell for a $43,000 loss, more than I bought my house for? What do? Work hard in America, pay my bills, invest, go live 12 hours a day. What am I supposed to do? And all I did was invest. All I own is the S&P 500. There's no words for today. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to do. When the world decides to walk away from common sense and allow nonsense to rule. Today, a huge sway of the Republican Party are turning against Trump and trying to overturn all of the tariffs, because millions of people are losing their pensions, their jobs, their businesses. Companies being wiped out. And then people have the audacity and the gall to come online and tell me that this is all good. And what's happening is good. No, it's not. You know that things are about to change when defensive stocks through hundreds of years are failing. Johnson & Johnson, Coca-Cola are not safe havens. Gold, the safe haven. Sensei will tell you, because he likes gold, that in times of crisis, people buy gold. No, they don't. Not anymore. They buy fart coin. If this wasn't so sad, it would be hilarious. We've entered a world now where intelligence, common sense is not important. It's who shouts the loudest, who makes themselves look the biggest arse. Can't even count. And if anyone has if anyone has the gall to send me an email today telling me this is the art of the deal and telling me that Donald Trump is a great businessman when he's gone bankrupt so many times and all you talk about is how great he is, this is not good. This is not good. This is not good. And I quote Donald Trump today. He just said, China played it wrong by retaliating. How dare China, who makes everything for the United States, retaliate because we slapped on tariffs of over 60% if you combine the real world? How dare they retaliate? I'm Donald Trump. They should roll over and take it. Well, they decided not to. And now what we've got now all around the world are countries saying, we're done with this.
David Knight donated £2 through a super chat. Don't worry, he won't let it affect midterms. USA emoji.
I'm not sure I know what you mean, David. All around the world, companies are forming alliances with other countries, literally boycotting America completely. If you think we can come back from this and things will be okay, you're mistaken. I said this crash would come, but I decided to stay in. I said it was going to get bad, but I decided to stay in. Because ultimately, I believe in intelligence. Even though the people running the country are absolute bloody idiots that can't count and decide to tax penguins. I did the right thing. I remained in. Because you are part of the problem if you sell out and buy crap like this. You are the problem. The trouble is, the people that don't know what they're doing are the majority now. Common sense doesn't matter anymore. I don't know what to say. I'm speechless to it all. I'm going to go to comments. I'm not so sure it's a good idea because comments could be probably a bad idea because there'll be people coming in here to tell. I mean, the thousands of emails I've received today will tell me this is all Trump's plan. Trump's plan to alienate the world.
Craig Fig has become a member. Unfortunately, the US is the laughingstock. Head up.
Well, yeah. Donald Trump is a laughingstock of the world. The trouble is, I backed America, even though I thought it was wrong to do so because I thought this is not good. But I'll stay in. I'll do the right thing. It's undervalued. I don't know. In fact, I'm not going to go to the chat because I can already see people laughing, thinking it's funny. This is the world we live in now. We live in the world of idiots. Idiots that come in and tell me this is the way to go. I'm not going to listen to you. Absolutely not going to listen to you. I would rather be living on the street and lose everything than to listen to nonsense. If you think that this is the way to treat people, the trouble is, the people that are in the chat that are angry with me and frustrated with me, I'm guessing have never travelled or have any knowledge whatsoever of any understanding of the way the world works. And you're not aware of the pain being caused today. Or you don't care. I've been receiving messages today from people all around the world telling me their businesses are wiped out. They've shut down. They can't produce any goods or make any money. They can't pay their bills. Their pensions are wiped out. And then people tell me it's all great and it's fine. Sensei's calling in. Sensei. Wow. Sensei's calling in. Sensei, there's the link to call in. Sensei is calling into the show. This will be interesting. Sensei, call in. The link's in the chat. We've got Sensei live on the phone.
Joshua James donated $2 through a super chat. Sell stocks and buy Binky Bonk.
Yeah. I will leave all my education of analysing stocks and reading the balance sheet purely to buy Binky Bonk. Sensei's live in the show. And I appreciate my friend calling in. 4 years of work going down the toilet here, folks. And this is not good. I'm not 26 years of age. I haven't got the time to earn
Tony
it back.
Bogards donated €6 through a super chat. Martyn, keep your head up. You're the reason for many of us we were able to keep a cool head. Without you I'd be out a long time ago. Thank you.
I appreciate that, but that responsibility is killing me. Sensei, welcome to the show. Oh, hang on a minute. I haven't put him in guest one. I apologise. I'm not really together today. Sensei, good afternoon, mate. How are you?
Good afternoon. Thanks for having me on the show.
I appreciate it, mate. Struggling here a bit, mate.
Yeah, it's a very difficult day, and I could tell that you're obviously you're feeling the effects. There's a lot of weight on your shoulders. There's a lot going on, and I just want to come on and firstly say that the lessons you've taught throughout the last 3-4 years have helped a lot of people. A lot of people have I've heard, I've received messages. I know it's helped me personally as well. You have to go out there and be the best version of yourself. Earn money, make a living, and then invest in solid companies. And those solid companies, whatever your perception is, S&P 500 is obviously probably the 500 biggest companies in the world. So that lesson you're teaching has helped many people. And on a day like this, it's hard, it's difficult, and it's one of those days where we just have to zoom out. We just have to zoom out. We just have to think level-headed, and we just have to think this happens. This has happened time and time again. It's one of those times in market correction.
Poorman to Richmond donated $4.99 through a super chat. Can we just open up the pub? Music is for the soul, unites and helps. It's your show, I understand, Stand. We love you and thank you. We need you now.
I wanted to come on and say that firstly. Secondly, just my thoughts and opinions about it all. Look, the time to be angry was, I would say, 2-3 when Trump took office.
Sam 233,737 donated £1.99 through a super chat.
What was about a month ago when the warning signs were there, but obviously we can't look back and say we should have done this, could have done this. I think everyone knows my thoughts and opinions about it. Back then, I was bearish. Back then, I was angry. Back then, I saw what he was trying to do. We saw the lies continue. We're seeing the lies continue about the way he's calculated these tariffs. There is no tariffs like that on the US. That's just the import versus export, fiddling the figures, creating whatever he wants to create to get out what he wants. So we need to remember, as I said a couple of weeks ago, these things are going on, but we need to know what's going on behind the scenes. And behind the scenes, he says one thing, he does another. And he is a clever man. What he's doing, we don't know officially, but what I've speculated, what we're thinking is he's bringing down the markets to bring down interest rates to remortgage, whatever you want to call it, to redo the interest rates and finance his debts. So it is working. What his plan is, it's working. His plan is to bring down the markets. His plan is to lower interest rates. Interest rates are probably going to come down quicker. His plan is working. He's not going about it the right way. It's not the ethical way. We know he's not ethical. We can see what he's doing to places like Gaza. He's not an ethical man, but his plan is working. He is bringing down the markets. He is trying to lower interest rates. This is all part of the game. In 2 years' time, we'll probably look back on it. We'll be in a bull market again. We'll be making new all-time highs, and we'll be happy we were buying the dip. This happens time and time again. This is another one of those dips. I was angry 2 weeks ago. I had cash on the side 2 weeks ago. Now I'm buying. So I'm coming out here and saying the time to be emotional, let's say, it was 2 weeks ago. The time to take away emotions and look at this level-headed, looking at it from a chart perspective, looking at it from a long-term perspective, looking at it from zooming out is this is normal. Whatever it might be, this is a dip, this is a crash. It could go down another 10, 15%. It's terrible. People are losing money. People are losing companies, people's whole business ideas, something they've worked on their whole life. It's worse for someone else out there. Someone's whole business that they've built on and might have wanted to sell tomorrow. It's gone down the toilet. It's gone bankrupt. It is worse for someone else out there. And we just have to keep, it is an emotional time, but as investors, these dips happen. He's getting what he wants. In 2 years' time, we might look back and say, wow, what an incredible move. He's created all these jobs in America. In 5 years' time, 10 years' time, everyone might be praising Trump for all these opportunities he's created in the US. But people will forget about all the people that lost their livelihoods, people that took their lives. And you've always been, Martyn, keeping a level head throughout it, telling everyone about the philosophies of investing. And today's a hard day. And I know you're still preaching the message. So I want to say thank you for what you do, but I'm coming on just to give that other perspective from my thoughts.
I appreciate all those things, Sensei. We're going to go over to a group call because I've got Saab calling in as well. So let me just switch over to here. Let me just put you in spot number 8 a second, and Saab in spot number 9, and I will respond to what you just said. There you go, gentlemen. Let me just tweak Sensei's camera a little bit, and Saab, put you over there. Let me just tweak that a little bit. There we go. Good stuff. Yeah, I understand what you're saying, and what's really frustrating is I know, and I don't need to say all these things. You all watch the show every day, but it's incredibly difficult here. The pressure. Leah wants, Leah struggles with this. He doesn't want me to be in this position, and I've got the responsibility of receiving thousands of messages a day. People losing everything, people angry, people then saying, oh, you should have bought Binky Bonk coin. That's lovely to hear. I love those messages. And driving the markets to zero so you can bring down rates, in my opinion, is a stupid idea. You might say, like you said, it's good to bring the rates down to save America money, but to destroy the world to do it is stupid. It's as stupid as having a bloody nuclear war. It just seems arrogance, total arrogance. And we know that. The whole world, anyone who didn't feel disgust when Trump said we're going to put hotels on Gaza and golf courses when people are lying dead in the street and we need to relocate them. Anyone who thought that was from a normal, sensible human being should not watch my show, because that was disgusting. This is the sort of person, and I've tried to go, okay, whatever, but I'm going to invest in America, and that's what I do. And I don't buy when it goes up. I don't use margin to buy when it's overvalued. I buy when it's undervalued. I put my money where my mouth is. I do the right thing. And Sensei, this is an education right now. The fact that no one. Who's buying America? No one's buying America. Otherwise, it would be going up, wouldn't it? Or it'd be staying sideways. We're all selfish. We're all selling out, other than me, obviously. But look at this. We're all buying this instead. What does that tell you about the world we now live in? This wasn't around in the last crash. This wasn't around in the dot-com crash. This wasn't around in the First World War, Second World War. What we got now is, if you're losing money, you buy Binky Bonk coin. Otherwise, that wouldn't all be green, would it? This is not a good. It's not good, because I've tried to always do what's right, and you've always said in a difficult situation, people go to gold. People are selling gold to buy Binky Bonk coin.
They're selling gold to cover their margin, is in my opinion.
Whatever they're doing,
they're selling it. Yeah,
right. They're selling it. So what? How do we analyze stock? How do we analyze anything? And when I spoke to people today, and I asked, I heard the rumor about this, that the numbers that Trump was coming up with were nonsense. I thought, no. Again, I'll give the benefit of the doubt. Even though he spent 3 hours ranting about how great he was and how terrible Joe Biden was. You've won the election, Donald. Move on. We don't care, right? The world's going to crap here. What are we doing? And no one can tell me the numbers make any sense. They don't make it. They made it up. That formula they showed, it was made up. It doesn't even exist. And they even tax a country which only houses penguins. Well, everybody else loses their business. We even had one of our dearest members in the show today upset with me because I was saying that she didn't get it. It's okay, I'm all right. And she said, I'm okay, I've invested wisely. You bought XRP. Now, you know I like XRP, Sensei. You like XRP. But to say you invested wisely, that the S&P is rubbish and let's just buy crypto, if that's the world we live in, then we're all buggered, aren't we? Because it doesn't matter how good XRP is, it's speculative, right? We all know that. Saab's here. He invests in XRP, but he knows it's speculative. He's still a wise investor in the general economy. If we just go, you don't need any of this, the world's going to rubbish, just buy Binky Bonk, you'll do better. If that's how we live and that's what people do, there's no help for anybody, is there? So I'm disappointed because one, margin call to lose everything. Two, people who follow me and watch my show, I feel responsible, even though I'm not. I do, because they're all doing the right thing as well. They're trying to invest and they're getting screwed. I've had calls today and messages from today from friends all around the world that say, Martyn, you don't know what it's like over here in France, in Greece, in Africa. Please, I'm losing my business. Trump has turned off the tap. We got no business. They've got nothing. We can't trade anymore. And then people are going, it's all great. I'm clever. I bought XRP. I'm really clever. It's not. This is not good. And I don't know what to do to fix it. And even if it comes back, it'll all come back. That's what we say. Well, hang on a minute. What if it does? What if he does say to not Kim Jong-un, sorry. He says to China tomorrow, okay, we'll take away our tariffs. Israel tried that. You were right, Saab. Israel did do that. You said you said you saw it on tweets. It's true. Israel dropped their tariffs, so did Vietnam, and he stuffed it to them anyway. We can't deny these things. He did that anyway. So stuff it. I'm going to stuff you anyway. That's the president of the United States. So people are going, stuff it. We'll do business with someone else. Don't you in America? You only bought our stuff. You didn't make anything. We'll go direct to China. I've been speaking to people today in the British government who are saying the same thing. We're going to have more alliance with China than we have with America. What the hell's all that about? So I don't know where to go. My analysis makes no sense. Nothing makes any sense. Buy Binky Bonk. That's the way to go. I don't know what to say to this. So I don't know how I'm going to survive it. I don't know. And if it goes up, you bet your ass people will sell it. If this bounces tomorrow, they'll take their profit and it'll go down again. So valuations aren't where they were. That $100 minimum for NVIDIA, call it $50 now. Call it what you want. I don't know what the bottom is anymore. Saab, give me your thoughts, mate.
Look, we don't know what's happening, and we know that there's problems, and we can't quantify them, right? So at this point, I pulled out my positions. I pulled out my Tesla position on tariff day because I thought it was because all the stuff that's going around it. So I pulled out my position, and I'm glad I did.
Yeah.
We've lost. I've lost your microphone there, Saab.
It's...
Poor old Saab. He's got the worst luck when it comes to microphones. No one's tried harder. Headsets, earpieces. He does it all.
But look, man, we got to protect at this point, Martyn. We're going to protect ourselves, and we're going to stay. Look, you teach us every day. To stay calm. And we know it's going to go up, and it's going to go down. And we got to. This is the point now that we got to stay solid, right? Whether we sell our position, or we start buying more. So you have to make a decision. I know it's emotional. I know it is. I've lost money. We've all lost money before, but we have to. Now is the time that we got to stay solid because this is the time that's going to make or break us. So I had to make a decision. I had to make a decision that I had to sell a position to protect my family. Simple as that.
I know.
I mean, you're up, right, from 14 months ago. How much are you up from 14 months ago when you started?
Oh, no, I'm overall now down big time. I'm down about 60 grand overall. Yeah.
No, but from when you started 14 months ago.
Yeah, but that's just me putting my money in. So yeah, with the margin I've got on, I'm down 60 grand. This is it's amplifying by the second here. So no, there's nothing. The thing is, Saab, I appreciate and get everything you said there, and I'm going to stay in, and I'm going to stay online, and I'm going to stay working, and I'm going to stay invested. I'm not going to buy Binky Bonk and sell all my positions to buy Binky Bonk, right? I'm staying in. But what I'm saying is, what's frustrating for me, particularly because I receive all this messages from everybody, is the fact that I made all these calls. Sensei will tell you. Sensei, how many calls have I made that have been freaking spot on, but I just ignored it for my own self? I said, I'm going to remain in, but this is where you should go. Coca-Cola is going to do this. It did it. J&J is going to flip down on the thick talcum powder and go up. It did it. The beginning of the year is going to be extremely volatile with Trump. And literally one after another. But I said, but guys, I'm going to stay in because I'm going to keep working, earning money and keep buying the dips. I'm going to stay in. I could have sold it all. I thought I was doing the right thing by saying, guys, it's going to go down, but I'm going to stay in. Because that's my choice, because I'll just keep buying on the way down. I said that, right? Because I've got an income, I'm earning money. I didn't say it's going to stay up and it's all great. I told you to take your profits. I told you that it could go down, but I still stayed in. I feel like an idiot because everything I've said happened. And I just let it happen to myself because I'm a guy who believes in building stuff and just focusing on buying more, adding, don't worry about this. But the trouble is, if it keeps going down, I never thought it would go down as quick as this. I thought I'd get another wage on the 21st of April. I could buy another dip and eventually be up. It's going down so quickly. This is one of the fastest declines in history. All through time, one of the fastest rundowns over this period of time that's ever occurred. So Donald Trump, well done. You have a world record there. This is unbelievable. I can't react to it fast enough. The world can't keep up with it. So I'm annoyed at myself. I've said the right things. Responsibly, I've done the right things by my audience, but I've remained in backing America when everybody else said, stuff it, I'm selling it. And I don't blame you because that's what I should have done. Yeah. I could have bought back so much more. Oh my God.
Right.
The amount of money, I'd have had about 50 grand worth of, I'd have had about $50,000 of free of the S&P. Oh my God, would I be primed? Yeah. And now I've got to wait for it to go up.
I'm in. And I'm not saying that to be like, oh, am I frozen? I think I'm not saying that to be like look at me, but I've been on the sidelines.
You've done it right, Sensei. You've done it right.
Trump came into office, tariffs, uncertainty, I was out. And now I'm looking at buying these positions.
You've done it right. You're a trader, though. You're a trader. Yeah. You do that. And that's what you do. And that's why we point people to you on a Sunday. You're a trader. You buy it. You buy here, you sell, you take profits, you buy the dips. That's why you do your shows. And that's what we have a great relationship with. I'm an investor. I just buy the dips as long as it's oversold and undervalued. That's what I do. Yeah. And the two work great, but I didn't think it would go down as fast as this. Yeah. And even if it did, I thought I could live through it.
Yeah, I think this is a perfect opportunity. I'm sorry to cut Saab out here, but Martyn, do you mind if we just go on a 2-screen just because I want to give? I think this is a perfect opportunity to give some very good, educated sort of thoughts and opinions that people can write down in this moment in what we're feeling right now. Just 5 quick investing tips for people.
Sure, Saab, we'll come back to you. Saab, thank you for calling in, and congratulations on your XRP. You're doing all right today, mate. I'm really pleased for you.
I think it's going to go down a little. I think it's still going to go down a little. I'm ready to buy it when it's around 160.
I don't get why everyone's chasing it today, though, but
no,
I don't know why anyone's buying Binky Bonk today. I for my life, I can't work that out. I would have bought J&J or I'd have bought Coke, or I'd have bought gold, but that doesn't seem to count anymore.
On the plus side, I'm looking at VU right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can buy it for about $70 a share less than me.
Yeah.
Enjoy that moment. And I hope you do. And I hope you make, I do. I want you to make money. It's what I care about more than anything else. Yes, I'll come back to you. Thank you for calling in. So let me just move Sensei back to level 1. Yes, Sensei, please.
Yeah, it's just, I think everyone, we can see you're emotional. It makes sense. We're losing money. It's bad, but it's the time. It's these times we need to remember in the future. It's the mistakes we make today that we need to remember for the future, whether that's 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, for the rest of our investing journey is days like this we need to remember. What I've been trying to, again, it's not financial advice at all. I'm not trying to give anyone financial advice. I make that very clear on my videos. I'm not giving you financial advice, but these tips, I think I'm safe enough to say these are fundamental tips about investing. One would be diversification in your portfolio, and I'll give these in specific reasons for today as well. diversifying your portfolio in times like for your investing journey, portfolios need to be diversified. Why? Because things like this can happen. The United States can take a specific approach that maybe that it doesn't affect other countries as much. This specific event is of course affecting every single economy, but diversification in not only geography and countries, but diversification, different assets, for example, holding bonds, those would also be completely unaffected. Holding gold, your portfolio would right now still be up on gold. Yes, it's down 2% today because people are trying to cover their margin. In total this year, it's still up about 30%. Diversifying in different property funds. Property is fairly unaffected. So diversification would have helped in this situation. So diversifying your portfolio, not going all in on SBCE, not going all in on a specific fund, but diversifying is a very important strategy in your portfolio. The other thing is income. You need to keep this income coming. You need to keep dollar cost averaging in. If you're just a passive investor, you DCA in whenever, however, every month, every year, every day, whenever, however you want to do it. You buy the dips, and you just have to keep a long-term horizon. You don't want to be dealing with too much margin. Most normal investors don't. You're different, Martyn, you know what you're doing, but most investors, you don't want to be dealing with margin. You just want to be buying early. You just want to be buying as soon as you can and holding for the long term, having that long-term vision, not worrying about little dips. This is, if you zoom out, this is a 13% dip. Markets have crashed 50%. So we're not even in the deep of it. This could go down a lot more, and unfortunately really affect a lot of people, a lot of businesses. But these things happen. Always having a little bit of cash on the side. I know, Martyn, you have your own specific beliefs, but for most people that are not as educated, you would want to have cash on the side. You want to have an emergency fund to support you in times like this whenever anything can happen. You want to have some emergency funds. You want to also have cash on the side that you want to invest at whenever there are significant dips. You want to focus on the long term of your portfolio. You want to avoid emotional decisions. So, for example, FOMOing in at points where you're making all-time highs. I was making this very clear a few weeks ago when we're at 6,000 on the S&P 500. You don't want to be FOMOing in and trying to buy when everyone else is buying, and you also don't want to be panic selling. Just emotional decision making is always your worst decisions when you make emotional decisions. So I just wanted to make those tips clear. And whatever you've done wrong today, for whoever's watching, the wrong decisions you've made, if you've made the wrong decisions, if you've done something wrong, take it as a lesson. Don't make losing all your money or losing a significant amount of your money or making the wrong, don't make it a free lesson that you don't learn from. Learn from whatever mistakes you've made within your investing journey, and don't make those mistakes again. All we can do is learn from the mistakes we've made and not make those mistakes again. It's going to be an expensive lesson for a lot of people, but you do not want to make those mistakes again. So write down, take your phone, take your notepad, write on a Post-it note, what mistakes have you made, and don't make those mistakes again. Look at the long term, have a plan in place. And times like this, if you've done all the things I've just mentioned, if you were diversified, if you look long term, if you started investing early, if you started investing in yourself, today would not be as bad as it would be for a lot of people. It would still be bad. You would still have to think about all the people that are losing their livelihoods, all the people that are getting margin called, all the people that have lost their companies, all the people that are being bombed in different countries. However, for your own financial journey, it wouldn't be as bad today. And don't take things at face value. We talked about Trump. We talked about tariffs. Uncertainty is one of the worst things in the market. And when you see uncertainty approaching, you have to be cautious about your investments. Don't be worried about selling. Don't make emotional decisions in the moment. But if you see it on the horizon, uncertainty coming, the market doesn't like uncertainty. If you're a long-term investor, it doesn't matter. The uncertainty comes and goes. If you're a short-term investor, if you see uncertainty coming, the markets won't like it. When Trump says something, you don't want to follow anyone like a god. There's only one God, and that's not Trump. You don't want to follow anyone like a god. Trump will say things and then backtrack on certain things. So you would look like an idiot if you're just following Trump, because Trump has said many things and then backtracked on it and gone a completely different direction. So you don't want to follow anyone. That's not just against Trump. That could be against any political figure. You don't want to follow anyone word for word. He's saying something to you. He's doing something completely different behind the scenes. You have to look at facts as well. We all know with Trump, I'm not anti-Trump, I'm not pro-Trump. We all know with Trump, he's been fact-checked multiple times. Always fact-checked, always telling lies. Whether you like Trump, you don't like Trump, he's always telling lies. You can go fact-check him if you want to do that. Go fact-check him. Look how his formula, what his formula is for these tariffs. I didn't even have to watch it, because I knew that all those numbers on that board, the second I saw that picture, I knew they were fake. I knew, not that they're fake, but that he's fiddled the numbers. That's what they do best. All those numbers, imports, exports, they're not actual tariffs from the United States. He's done that. He's got a plan behind the scenes. He's doing his plan. He's a clever person, but we know what he's like. We know what he does. We know he makes deals with the devil. We know he bombs people. We know he supports genocide. So he is not an ethical man. He's not going to approach this market ethically. He's not going to go about this in the way other people might, by bringing inflation down slowly, going about it the proper way. He's going to do it in his own way, his own business mindset, the most lethal way about it. It might be amazing for the United States. It might be amazing in 5 years' time. You have all your factories back. It might be the right thing to do. Purely think about it in a business way. America first. It might be amazing. I'm not an economist. I can't tell you, but for sure, the companies are going to start opening in the United States. They're going to have to, with all these tariffs. So in 5 years' time, we might look back and say, wow, the America is now again the best economy, the fastest growing economy. China was growing fast. America now might be growing faster. But we just need to remember, if you're looking at this long-term investing, I've said the points I want to make some notes, and always think for yourself. Don't follow anyone exactly. You have to learn your lessons and also think on your own. And that's what the point I want to make to anyone who's watching. So thank you, Martyn, for giving me this platform just to give these messages. And obviously we're going to analyze this on Sunday. Join me on Sunday. We're going to look at the charts. We're going to keep it level-headed, and see what we can do about the situation. But that's what I do. Sunday show, I'll do my charts. But thank you so much, Martyn, for giving me this platform. You've helped a lot of people. You've helped me massively. You've given me a platform. You've helped me about learning how to invest. You got me into the markets. If people actually, anyone saying it's your fault that I'm losing money today, they're completely wrong. You've made it very clear. You're not giving financial advice. Your only advice you give to people is focus on yourself. Build that income. That's your number one message. That's what I take away from you. Build your income. Invest in yourself. Invest long term. S&P 500 is a good option. So anyone saying that it's your fault they're losing money, they're the idiots, and they need to go off and take some responsibility and write down their mistakes they've made. But thank you for the message you give. Thank you for giving me a platform, and I hope we can do more for the people watching.
Thank you, mate. I appreciate it. I'm going to carry on going. I'm going to carry on the course, stay on the path that I'm on now. My plan always was, and still has been the same, I'm still not margin called. There's a way to go yet. But I hope I can get through to the 21st of April when I get paid again, and then I will massive relief will come then, huge, because whatever I put in, it will double my position. It'll be phenomenal, and I just never expected the speed of this. That's what's caught me out, is the speed of it, and the long-term damage that's been caused to the United States and anyone who invests in it. So my course is the same. I'm not going to sell out and buy Binky Bonk tomorrow. I just hope I get through without selling down, and I hope it's still down in a couple of weeks' time. Because paying off the margin is a priority, but at the moment I want to buy more at the lower levels and then worry about that when it starts going up. But might all end up okay. But I appreciate your words, Sensei, and I encourage everyone to tune in to Sensei on Sunday. He'll give you the charts, and he's been spot on with everything he said. So great. Thanks, mate. Thank
you very much for having me on the show, Martyn. Thank you.
Appreciate it. So I've got, I think Sensei's just dropped off. So I'm going to, we're going to go, I think we're going to go through to the opening bell. Let me just put, let me just come back here and put Saab. I don't know if Saab wants to stay with me a few moments longer. Let me just have a word, see what he wants to do. Saab, did you want to, have you, anything you want to add? Oh, you've muted yourself. So just to unmute yourself. Mr. Microphone. It says guests has muted themselves. He's changed another headset. He's got another one now, and he's muted again. You need to do sign language. How can anyone have so many microphones that don't work? It's amazing. Yep, you're still muted, mate. Nope, completely silent. Yeah. Do you see like it says guests has muted themselves. Do you see when you talk a little bar comes up, a little audio level should come up? No, don't see that. All right. Poor old Saab. Should we all save up for, yeah. Cheers, mate. We'll have to get, for Christmas, we'll get Saab some microphones or speakers or something. I don't know what we're getting. Anyway, Sensei, how do I follow Sensei? He's on this channel every Sunday at 3 p.m. Central Time. Sensei is a partner on the channel, and he often calls in like today, and he'll do his charts on Sunday for you. So anyway, let me move over to members only, because I can't go through all the trolls that go in. I told you to buy Binky Bonk. I really can't, because that would just be so ridiculous. I'm not doing that. Oh, look at this. Balazar, one of our original members. How are you, Balazar? Act or be destroyed, America. Those are your only options. What's this here? It's worse than you think. Act or be destroyed, America. This is one of our original members. He was here on day one with Mike and Bill and everybody else. Balazar, I hope you're well. I often think about you. You told me about your dogs and your pets and family. You had a lot of crises a few years ago. I hope you're well. Lovely to see you in the chat. So I really sincerely hope you're okay. Let's have a look. So who have we got here? People 50 years and older invested all their money in stocks are the ones that are crying like hell right now. Yes. Here we are. People that invested in principles and values are getting completely and utterly screwed at the moment. Exactly. Things always go down faster than they go up. Yeah, but didn't expect this speed. I did not expect this, and I didn't expect people just to suddenly dump gold and move into Binky Bonk. But then again, we didn't have that around on the last crash, did we? Tony Bogards, thank you for the kind words. Wish you the best on the financial journey. Samuel, Lucas Aids, I hope if you don't take this advice about getting into margin, that's just not good. Trump is not a troll, but an affiliator. Affiliator? I'm not sure what that means. I'm not sure what that means. It may be that ground neutral is better than positive or negative. Positive energy, James. Google just keeps on dropping, and I keep on buying. Yeah, of course. Well, that's if you're buying under value, that's fine. That's what I've been doing, and I'm still in, and I'm still surviving. But it's getting extremely painful to watch. Mike, we are a lot. While a lot are hurting, is what I meant. Commenting in the chat. Cedar trees, is that what I meant? Good God, take it easy, Mike. Thank you, Mike. Lucas Aids. Iberian Wolf, thank you, Platinum. Iberian Wolf says, how are you, mate? I'm down 48%, but I'm holding to the end. Now is the time to hold nerves. Is it too late to sell? I'd rather add extra $5,000. I would, yeah, absolutely. I don't want to sell for losses. Absolutely not. No. Absolutely not, and I certainly don't want to change my strategy. What I want to do is get paid on the 21st of April and be able to bring my margin down. And I'd rather buy this dip, to be perfectly frank, which is what I'll do. But I can't do anything at the moment. I have to wait. I've got my strategy, got my discipline. It overall works, but did not expect this to happen so quickly. What is Binky Bonk? It's a crypto coin. It's a crypto coin, and it's all that people care about today, it seems. All right, sell America. This is what drives me mad. These are all the messages I've been getting today from people say they love Trump, they love America, except they're not buying America like me. They're dumping America and they're buying Binky Bonk coin, which has nothing to do with America. All of this here, all of this. People smoking grass are making more money today than any stock on the stock market. And then they'll tell you it's the right thing to do. They'll have the gall to tell you it's the right thing to do. Yeah. I ain't even looked at my pension. Yeah, you won't want to, mate. You won't want to look at your pension right now. Yeah, Stacy said it's a crypto meme coin. Yes, it is. It's doing better than the American economy today. That's what gets me. People tell you that this is great. They love what Trump's doing, except they're not buying the stock market. They're buying Binky Bonk coin. That's the level that we've come to. So you got to remember, in the last crash, this didn't exist. People lost their money. Now, when it goes down, they sell the market to buy this. They don't sell the market to put it in cash. They sell it to buy rubbish. What does that tell you? At last, trolls are out. I had to stop reading the comments before I reacted to the trolls and got myself banned. Yeah, I know. You imagine getting thousands of emails a day, Dynamite. Husband of Platinum. Appreciate our couple here today. Listen, folks, at the end of the day, buying undervalue, buying good quality businesses, remaining in the S&P is as right today as it's ever been. I know right now it doesn't look like it, but it will come back. It's just whether you overstretch in the process. I think I'm going to be okay. I'm just waiting another 19 days. I get paid. I don't think I'm going to get margin called. But who knows what Trump says tomorrow? Give everyone 1,000,000% tariff. I have no idea. These are numbers you cannot fathom. I don't know. Anyway, hold the line, folks. Very true, but hold strong. Iberian Wolf says, I'm doing okay. Trim positions back in January. Now, remember, every single call that I have given in the last 6 months, a year has been spot on. I told you about the rate cuts. I told you about the collapse of the stocks. I told you which stocks would go up, which ones would go down. I've said them all. But I thought, and I still believe, that I am my most important asset. I can earn money to buy these dips and service my margin. I still believe that. Is it difficult? Is it painful? Yes, it is. And it's not made any easier by people sending me thousands of messages a day saying I'm an idiot and I should just be buying Binky Bonk coin. But I'm doing the right thing. It's whether Trump is hitting me harder than I can invest and stay in the market. So it's still the right thing to do. Because I tell you what's going to happen. If we do get through this and the rates do cut and the tariffs get done, all this will get dumped in 5 seconds and everybody will buy quality again. And this will go down a lot faster. So I'm in the right place. I just have to be able to stay on. That's all. I think we have all to get out to get all our cash in now. Try to put it in front of non-urgent costs. Just eat and survive and buy. I will be back late. It'll be back later. LEB, I think you should be investing right now. I think Americans should be buying America, but they're not. Obviously, they're not. Where's the faith? Where's the belief in your own economy? 100%, Martin. Thank you, mate. Can't buy the stock market until Trump is gone forever, says one of a 7 billion. Well, I want to see past Trump. Trump's just ruining everything. I don't want to see that. I don't want to focus on the nonsense. I want to focus on good financial decisions and lying and making up numbers that no one's ever heard of and telling people you're going to build golf courses in Gaza when people are lying dead on the floor. I don't want to listen to that because that's stupid. I don't want to listen to it, so I ignore that. Okay? Or they are selling and investing in crypto to flip it and make money to recover, but don't know, but maybe. But Stacey, why would people? Stacey, why don't you call in? Why are you telling me that you think people are selling the American economy? They voted for Trump to protect the American economy, and you're saying what you should do is sell the American economy and buy crypto.
Tony Bogarts
Is that what you're
donated
saying?
€6 through a super chat. You're like a mentor, but my decisions are my own. Please don't feel unnecessary weight on your shoulders. I'm glad I've found such an invaluable channel.
Thank you, Tony. I appreciate it. That's very kind of you. Stacey, what do you mean? Or they're selling and investing in crypto? Yeah, but there's only two actual real crypto that we can actually rely on. XRP and Bitcoin have some substantial value. Grass, Pepe coin, Fart coin, all of this stuff is rubbish. Why are people buying this rather than buying the market? That's not investing, that's gambling. That's gambling, and you're playing with your own economy. And you will eventually lose. Eventually I will win. There's no doubt about it. Eventually I will be the biggest winner. All I've got to do is survive to be the biggest winner. These people have got to guess. Keep guessing right. And in a minute, they're going to guess wrong. I don't like the hate things, people, but Trump is the first person. Okay. I don't want to put on the screen about hate. You can share that opinion. That's fine. But I'm not going to swear, and I'm not going to use hate words. I understand you feel that way, and if you've lost your business today, you're very entitled to feel that way. But I'm just not going to share it on the screen. Please feel free to share it in the chat, but I'm not going to put it on the screen. I hope Congress stops this. Now, it looks like many, not everyone, but many, 50%, I believe, in the Republican Party are trying to stop Trump from doing this. And it looks like it's going to stop. We shall see. But anyway, Martyn, you cheer us up. Even our kids listen to you. That's amazing. Hello, kids. What's their names? Platinum. I'm sorry if your children are watching. Oh, I feel really bad now. You've got young children watching me get all upset. Please, tell them to go and watch something else. Platinum, what's the name of your children? I'll give them a shout out. I feel really bad now. Are you kids? Nasdaq and Russell already hit bear market. Yes. I mean, again, don't buy the Russell. Don't buy quality. Don't buy rubbish. Remain in quality. You'll be okay. This is important. Yes, the market doesn't know we exist. Yeah, and we only lose if we sell. You do a good job, and you are loved by many. Keep it up, Captain. Thank you. You have at least Leo to fall back on. You have at least Leah to fall back on. Some people don't have anything to fall back on, so that's a positive. Yes, that is a positive. Of course it is. But the reason why I'm working so hard, Stacey, is to provide a pension to support Leah in England in the future. And right now, I'm not doing a great job, okay? I'm not doing a great job. I knew what you meant. Agreed, says Mike. Yes, I'm not touching small caps anytime soon. Only quality companies and strong index funds. That's absolutely right. Stacey, easy on the T. Yeah, I know what she meant. That's fine. I'm back, gang. Focus on Binky Bonk full time. It's the future. Okay, I just think I'm assuming you're joking. Anyway, there will come a day when the solid companies and the fundamentals will prevail again. I think you helped a lot of people to understand fundamentals of the market. Niels Frisk, thank you so much indeed. And that's what I believe in, and that's what I'm standing on. The day education and valuable and analysis and common sense and hard work and discipline is worth less than this pile of dung, right? Then we really are in trouble. And today, that's how it looks. All right? The FT100 down 8,000 points in a blink of an eye. No hiding place for now. William, what's the call in? Oh, here we go. Stacey wants a call in. This will be good. Stacey, there's the call in the chat. There you go. There's the link. All right, Stacey, click on that link. Let me know you're calling in. I'd love to talk to you. Please make sure that before you call in, you're on Wi-Fi. I know when you're outside, you lose signal. So no point being outside if you're calling in because you just lose signal. And I don't want an interrupted call. I really want to speak to you properly. So I want to value what you're saying. So get Wi-Fi and call in. I think Stacey was just giving another perspective, not necessarily a good choice, said Traw. Someone gifted me a membership. They did. We had some of our members today buy many of our viewers memberships today. No, we have to use charts to guess. No, we have to use charts to guess. Wow, fart coin is a real coin. Yep, it's a real coin. Yep, it's a real coin, and it's up today. I'm guessing. I can't see it on here, but I guess it is. Shall I have a look? Is it actually up today? FART. Yeah, fart coin. Let's have a look. Yep, it's up 25%. Okay, there you go. I mean, look at this. Fart coin. Fart coin is up 25%. Yep. That's the world we live in, folks. And I refuse. I absolutely... Oh, there it was. Yeah, there it was. I can't believe I didn't see that. There you go. Look at that. Look at that. Fart coin. 25%. There you go. That's the world we live in. Right there. Stacy, I'm on standby waiting for your call. Buying Amazon, Nvidia. We will be back. Yes, great businesses and massively underpriced now. Particularly Nvidia, folks. Oh my gosh, look at this. Nvidia, $96. It was undervalued at $100. It's $96. Why isn't everyone buying all of that? I don't know. People say they want to buy low and sell high, but they don't buy. It's when it's low. They don't buy when it's low. No, they don't. They don't. Yep, I do. Kids learning real stuff. Waiting for the song late, and it's Leela with us. Hello, Leela. I just want to say hello. Leela, hello. I have your mum and dad with us most days, and it's lovely to have you here. I'm a little bit upset today, so don't listen to me too much. The studio's all red because the stock market is all down, and I'm sure your mum and dad love you very much, and it's lovely to be able to talk to you on the show. But I'm having a tough day today, and when I have a tough day, I get a little bit upset. So there you go. This is for you, Leela, and thank you very much for watching the show. There you go. The kids learning real stuff. Yeah, waiting for the song later, and it's Leela. My kids were listening to you on the way to school this morning. They love your accent. Oh my gosh, I had no idea. I've got children watching the show as well now. I had no idea. Okay, that's interesting to know. Amazon, great value and proven track record in times like this. Top management. May I ask, what is your favourite stocks and if starting over? Oh, well, reviews by Annie. How long have we got? I don't think we got long enough for me to go through them all because they all have different values and for different reasons. We're only 20 minutes from before we ring the bell, and I've got to go because I've got my music concert tonight. But I'm always looking for fundamentally a good stock is a business, not a stock after all. It has to be proprietary, unique, have something that no one else does and that everybody will need. It's undervalued, ideally. Otherwise, I don't like to buy it. It has a good balance sheet, a good margin, so it can crush the competition. So we have some great businesses available like that. We have Coca-Cola, we have J&J, we have Nvidia, we have Google, Apple, even though it's expensive, it's a very, very powerful company, has dominance. But for integrity of the show, not pumping and dumping individual stocks, I believe in owning the S&P 500. That is my preferred stock of choice. But so there you go. And of course, that's a collection of stocks. Stacy, you're calling in, but you're not on camera. I need you on camera. Otherwise, I have no idea who I'm talking to. So Stacy, can you turn your camera on? I don't know that I should call in, I guess, because I'm pretty ticked off. I probably am not even going to comment because literally you have skewed everything I've said today and taken out of context and I'm frustrated. Well, I don't understand. Well, why are you calling in then? I don't understand the sense of that. You say you want to call in, but you don't want to call. I don't understand. And how have I taken everything you've said out of context? You've told me in the chat, Leah said to me that you said, because Leah repeats back the comments to me that I missed. She said, just so I missed them. She said, Stacey was saying that she's invested wisely, and that's why she's okay. But you've got a lot of XRP, and nothing wrong with that, of course. We like it. But you cannot tell me, Stacey, I've got you in, but you've got no camera on. So I don't know if it's you calling in. So I'm a bit unsure what's going on there. But you can't tell people they should invest wisely when they're down on the S&P and you're up on XRP. When even though we like XRP, it's purely speculative. You surely can't be telling people that. And that's what you're saying. You're okay because you invested wisely. So people who bought the S&P who lost all their pensions, they're wrong because they don't own crypto. I think that's wrong. I'm sorry that you feel ticked off about that, but to tell people they need to own crypto, which is the wise option, is just I've got Stacey on camera now. Now I don't know if we're going to be able to keep. Yeah, you see, you're not on Wi-Fi. You're out and about. I think Stacey, you've frozen again. Stacey, what I suggest you do, I'd love to talk to you and give you an open chance to be on my show. I really would. But if you could get yourself in an area where there's good signal and then call back, I just can't get you on the show because you've got no signal. Anyway, I'll keep my eye out. You are on camera, but we've lost your signal for the moment. The meme coin buyers are not in the stock market. They pump the memes during this time as an advert. Let's go through. I cannot believe that I had $91,000 to lose today. Look at what Trump posted on Truth Social. He said he's purposely crashing the market. Well, I've not seen that. I've not read that. If he said he purposely crashed the stock market, then that would be licensed to be impeached. The president of America cannot say I on purpose crashed the stock market because that would be against all principles of the Constitution. If he said that, he would have reason to be impeached. Whilst not an anti-USA, I've always been anti-showboating. Ticker tape parades in politics. Hang on a minute. I think I got Sensei. No. Oh, yes, I have. Okay, we're getting trying to get Stacey on, but unfortunately, it's not working. I'd love to give Stacey a voice, but unfortunately, I've not been able to. But I've got Sensei here. Sensei wants to have a word. Let's bring on Sensei. Yes, mate. Thanks for calling in.
Thank you. Sorry, I had to go there, but I just heard you talking about crypto and what's going on there. What I see is obviously my perception of it all is obviously uncertainty, tariffs. No one knows what's going on. Markets crashing. You go up the ladder, you come down the elevator is what normally happens in a crash or a dip. So it is quick. So stocks are coming down. Equities are down because of all the uncertainty, tariffs, whatever. No one knows what's going on. No one can plan for it. No one can look around the corner. No one knows what's going on. So that's why stocks are coming down. Gold has gone up because this whole time it's sort of a flight to safety. People have been buying it up. Then today, massive move down again. People are getting margin called. They need cash for whatever reason. They're selling their gold. They're paying off their margin. Also, the dollar has gone up 1% today. That just brings gold down by a percentage. So the dollar's gone up by a percentage today. The gold has come down by a couple percent. So that plays a part. And then you've got crypto going on as well. And then people are looking at crypto and they're saying, okay, so the tariffs are affecting companies. The tariffs aren't affecting crypto.
No.
In the wider sense, obviously the market crashes obviously affects all risk assets. So it is weird. You are correct in saying that this is weird to see a high risk asset, higher risk than equities, much more speculative. That's green. but something safer is actually down a lot. So it's a weird dynamic, and you're correct to mention we haven't really seen crypto in a market correction. We've seen it in the COVID drop, we've seen it then, but we haven't seen it in 2008. We haven't seen it in anything else. So it is weird. It does make sense to point out. The real reason really is for you, is people's best guess. My most educated guess in this specific time, I haven't looked into it a lot, but it would be tariffs are affecting companies. Tariffs aren't affecting crypto. In fact, Donald Trump has gone very pro-crypto. The Trump administration is gone very pro-crypto, and it looks like they've gone very anti-growth for companies. So people are holding on to their crypto because they're looking at it and they're seeing that crypto is actually being favored in the United States right now. I'm not saying that's a good thing. I'm just saying that's the beauty of a diversified portfolio. And somehow my high risk strategy is now turned out to work better than someone with sensible investing, which is
Sensei.
weird.
Are you happy to share the floor? I've got Stacy now called in. She's got Wi-Fi. She's in the house. Yeah, wonderful. So let me just put Stacy on number 9 and Sensei on number 8. And let me just do that now. Let me switch across to our guests who have just called in. Let me just change my screens a moment. So we've got Sensei. I'm just going to line you all up just so we've got you there. It's nice to have you, because Sensei obviously is our crypto chart man. So to have Sensei on at the same time as Stacy would be wonderful. This is going to be an interesting call for me and Stacy. She's not very happy today with me. So let's give Stacy a voice on the show. Stacy, welcome to the show. How are you?
I've been better.
You've been better. Okay. Well, you're welcome on my show. Here you are. What have I done today? What have I done today to upset you?
I just feel like the comment I made, me not being stressed out, and because I'm prepared, I prepared for this stuff, because I didn't agree when you said everybody that's not stressed out doesn't know what they're talking about or doesn't understand what's going on. I'm not stupid. I'm not incompetent. And I know there's kids watching, because I would probably be a lot more descriptive in my words, but I'm not.
Well, no, you wouldn't, because if you started swearing, I wouldn't have that.
Yeah. Okay.
So don't tell me you would swear on the show, because you wouldn't.
I didn't. I said more descriptive words. I didn't say swearing.
Tell me what you mean when you say. Tell me what you mean. Let me break down what you're saying to me. I'm giving you the chance to say what you want. So allow me to ask you what you mean when you just said to me you're prepared for this. How are you prepared for this? What if your XRP went down 80% today along with the market? What would you have done then?
I mean, I'm always prepared for my XRP.
How are you always prepared? Tell me how you do that.
I don't put money in that I can't lose.
But if your XRP went down 80% today, would you be okay with that?
Wait, what? Hold on. What'd you say?
If XRP went down 80% today, would you be okay with that?
I would be okay with that.
Okay. I'm very pleased for you, but most people wouldn't be happy their investment going down 80%. You obviously have a position where you don't need the money.
No, yeah, I'm not happy about it.
That's what I'm saying, Stacey. That's my point. You don't understand. Some people, if they lose all their money, it affects them. Clearly, you're in a position where you don't need the money. So for you, if it goes down 80%, it doesn't matter. But that's not how most people around the world are. If they lose their money, they are really in trouble.
But
that's my point.
Exactly. But what I'm saying is, for people like me or people that aren't worried, you pretty much said that we had no empathy, we were incompetent, we didn't understand what was going on, and that's not a fair statement to say.
What I'm saying is, Stacey, Stacey, you got to allow me to answer. This is my show after all, Stacey. If you are not concerned by what's happening in the market today and what's happening around the world, then I'm sorry, you are missing the point. Just because you're okay, it's not the way we should be as human beings. I'm sure you agree with that. Donald Trump today, Donald Trump's a billionaire. He doesn't, if he's not going to lose his house, If the whole world goes to zero, he's still okay. But is that okay that we should think like that? You're saying that you prepared for this. You can't prepare for this. If everything collapses in America, no matter how rich you are now, you will lose it all as well. You can't prepare for that.
You can always be prepared.
No, you can't.
If the grid goes, you can. If the grid goes down, I can handle that. If food goes up, I can handle that.
No, you can't, Stacy.
We grow our own food. We have our own. Yes, we can. My family could go totally off grid right now and be totally fine.
Okay, Stacy. If you, I'm.
But what I'm saying is, you didn't let me finish. Is that I'm just because I'm not stressed out myself personally, because I know that my family, like, we're going to be fine, does not mean that I am not concerned for everybody else and that I'm not empathetic towards everybody else.
I didn't say you wasn't concerned and upset for everybody else, empathetic. I didn't say you wasn't. I said you cannot say to people, you're prepared and whatever happens, you're going to be okay. You're living in a fantasy if you think that you can outride the whole world. You can't.
I didn't say I could outride the whole world. But
you said you're completely prepared for any situation. You're fine. Whatever happens, you can deal with anything. No, you can't.
I am. What can I deal with?
Stacey, America isn't an island. It's part of the rest of the world. If the rest of the world turns away from America today, right, everything you have will be worth nothing. And what are you going to do to prepare for that?
What did I just literally said? My family will be fed. We will have a roof over our heads.
You won't be fed if there's no food in the shops. You can't assume America can do anything it wants to everybody else and you'll be fine.
How can you not grow your own food?
Oh, come on, Stacey. Are you really going to tell me that the whole world could go to zero and you're okay because you're growing your own food, you live in like a prepper? Is that what you're telling me?
I don't see how that's so far-fetched.
Okay. So you don't, I mean, do you not think that we are a global community? We rely on each other?
We do. But I'm saying that
Do you know what it looks like? Do you know what it actually looks like and feels like? I've traveled every country of the world. I'm telling you now, all around the world today, families, businesses are being wiped out and they'll never be back. Do you know what they do you know what they feel about America today? Do you know what they really feel like? Are you any idea?
Yeah, I understand that. I've been at the bottom.
No. You've never been at the bottom in America. You've not been at the bottom in America. Trust me, you haven't.
How can you tell me that when I've lived here my whole life?
Sorry?
How can you tell me that when I've lived here my whole life and I'm telling you, I have been at the bottom?
Exactly. You've been in America your entire life. With the greatest love and respect, because I love and respect you as a friend and a member of this family. You've no idea what real poverty is if you've been in America your entire life. You don't know. You've never been bombed. You've never been obliterated. You live in America. You've had a wonderful life and you're very fortunate. That's not what it's like for billions of other people around the world. And to say that you are prepared and everything's going to be fine because you've got it under control, you're not aware of the rest of what's going on in the world today.
Okay, you're not understanding what I'm saying.
Well, then make me understand. I'm listening.
I'm trying to.
Okay. Well, this is a very important conversation because many people are listening to you and we're learning from each other. Tell me how you prepared for this, that everyone else should, what everybody else has missed.
I don't have to prepare for everybody else.
No, you don't.
I have to prepare for myself. But that doesn't mean that I'm not sympathetic and empathetic and willing to help other people that need help.
But you're telling everyone that you've prepared for this and it's going to be fine. No problem at all if you prepare for yourself. So the people today who've done the right thing.
More than you can lose. Or sell when you're sell like right now. How are you losing? What I'm saying is the people that are gambling, just like you said with the crypto thing. That's not what I said at all. I'm not saying that you should invest in the crypto market right now because the market's down. I'm not saying that's what you should do. I'm saying maybe that's what some people are doing. I didn't say it was the right thing to do. I didn't say it's the wrong thing to do. I was just giving a perspective. But you're telling everybody that's what I said. That's not what I said.
That's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying. I'm sorry you feel that way, Stacy. I'm sorry that you think that I'm attacking you in some way, but I'm
Saab
not.
Shergill donated $5 through a super chat. Guys, please don't let emotions get the better of us. We are family.
That's right. And families have discussions and families fall out and families sort it out. And me and Stacey are going to sort it out in a minute. Don't you worry. We're both going to sort it out. But this is a very, very important conversation, because this conversation that believing and saying to people, it's all right and you prepared, you can't prepare for this. There are millions of people today, billions of people, in fact, that have worked hard all their lives, done everything right, followed all the rules, and been completely screwed over by what one man has decided to do on their country. They woke up this morning and found their business bust, broken, finished. They prepared everything, Stacey. You've got to understand that. And if you don't know that, it's not your fault if you've not travelled and seen it all firsthand. But let me tell you, I'm telling you, that's the state of the way it is.
Okay. I have my own business, not my Savage Faith business. I have my own business at home.
Okay.
Plus I work, everything
Okay.
else. So I get it. I get it as a business owner. I get all of that stuff.
Right.
Those of us, okay.
Mimisha donated $2 through a super chat. I would like to.
Sorry, I've turned off.
If you say that these people have done everything right their whole lives and blah blah blah, at some point they didn't prepare because they made a choice that if something happened today that caused them to lose everything, would they be okay? Could they answer yes to that question? They wouldn't have been able to answer that question.
I'm sorry, you're just saying, so they prepared, but they clearly didn't prepare because things went wrong. So what if you wake up tomorrow morning? What if you wake up tomorrow morning and you've got cancer and you die next month? I've been eating all the right food all my life. I've been working out every day, but I still got cancer and died. What did they do wrong?
Something that I did wrong.
It's something you did wrong?
Yes, your body doesn't react that way.
What the hell? Stacey, you're talking to the world saying it's their fault. They got cancer. They didn't prepare. You just said there's something they didn't do. You just said there's something they didn't prepare for. Stacey, please, I'm giving you the chance here and you're digging a hole. I'm not putting you in that hole. You're saying it. They didn't prepare enough. They got cancer. They didn't do something right. That sounds very, very, that doesn't sound very nice.
No, what I'm saying is if you dig into it, as somewhere along the line, whether it's genetic or whatever, something caused that.
Well, it wasn't their fault though, was it? It wasn't because they wasn't prepared though, was it?
Okay, I'm a little over the whole prepared thing. I don't know any other word to use besides that. What I'm saying is,
but Stacey, you brought this conversation to the world, not me.
I know I did. Because you're
Right?
taking what I say and turning it into
But Stacey,
something
you're
else.
showing what you really think. You're telling me now, I used cancer as an example, and you went, well, yeah, they did something wrong.
I didn't say they. I said I must have done something wrong. You asked if I had cancer, how would I feel
Well,
about it?
it's
Well, I
your
feel like
fault.
maybe I would have done
It's
something
your
wrong.
fault. It's your fault you got cancer because
I
you
didn't think
just
it
got
that way.
cancer. So whose fault was it that all those people in Gaza got bombed and blown to bits? They must have done something wrong. They must have caused it.
I'm not saying they.
You are
caused
saying
it.
that,
I don't
Stacey.
even know how this conversation got to this point.
No, this
What I'm
is
saying
because
is-
this is a very important conversation, Stacey. This is the
because
very
you're dragging me
arrogance
down-
of Donald Trump today. I can bully my way
You're
around the
dragging
world.
me down a side to the conversation that isn't even what I even called in about.
I'm giving you the floor, Stacey. You're free and
And what I'm
unedited to
saying
speak to
is-
the world. If I'm winning the argument, it's because you're losing it.
Because you're pinning me and asking me these things that are just out of crazy. And making me sound like an ignorant person. I'm not ignorant.
Well,
I'm not selfish. I'm
you
not
just said
not
it, Stacey. You said those things. I didn't say it. You said
What I'm
they weren't
saying
prepared.
is-
They did something wrong.
Because I just said maybe prepared wasn't the right word to use, but I don't know any other word to use.
Well, I'm sorry that
There's
you don't,
a
but
reason. There's always a reason. Whoever's fault it is, I don't know, but there's always a reason, and there's always an answer.
No, there's not always an answer.
There's
not always an answer.
There's always
Stacy, there's not always an answer. Some people have bad luck. Some people are born with bad luck. You can work as hard as you bloody like, but some people don't have a fair crack at life. Don't assume, because you are now representing the United States of America and why so many people are angry with America today. You might love Trump, hate Trump, but please consider what you're saying. You cannot prepare for everything and think you can do what the hell you want. And as long as you do what's right, you're going to be okay.
Well, you can't tell me that I'm not, because you don't know my situation.
Stacey, whatever your situation is, it doesn't change the fact that you can't control the way the world is just because you say you were prepared for it. And you didn't even prepare with it. You didn't even prepare for it with buying the most safe stocks. You prepared for it by being big portions crypto. You have no control over that whatsoever. That could go to zero tomorrow and you would be at zero.
No, it wouldn't affect me. That's my choice.
Well, that's
just just because I don't put more in than I can afford to lose.
Just because
I'm okay.
Yeah, but just because you're okay losing all your money doesn't make it okay, does it?
I didn't say it was okay for everybody else to lose their money. I'm saying
you don't seem to understand the global picture. If XRP goes to zero and you go, I'm prepared for that, I'm rich, it doesn't bother me, you don't seem to realize millions of other people just lost everything because they thought buying XRP was great. You're okay, but they're broke. They're now bankrupt.
But how is that my fault?
It's not your fault. It's not your fault, Stacy.
And because they lost all their money, that I should feel bad about what I did.
Stacy, if we go through life thinking that as long as we're prepared, stuff everybody else, that's not the way to live. You cannot say that's the way. And is that what America is to you? A big bully?
No, but you and I both know that I am not that person.
No, I know you're not.
Lay down my life for my friends.
Hang on, Stacy. No one needs anyone to lay anyone's life down, but you have to understand the way the world works.
And stupid, and all the people that are prepared that aren't stressing about it.
You're not prepared, Stacy. You're not prepared for the end of the world, Stacy. You're not prepared. You're one woman. You're a family, happy and getting on. But if you got cancer tomorrow, that ain't your fault. It just happens. You can't prevent it. And you're lucky. What if everyone decides tomorrow not to buy your products? Your business goes down the toilet. You've got no control over that at all. All your products are going to go up 30, 40%. All your t-shirts are going to go up 40%. You can't prevent that. You didn't prepare for that, did you?
No, but what I'm saying is you can't tell me that if the grid went down and everything went to zero, that my family being prepared to live and everything else, that's not a fact.
Stacey, I'm sure.
I think we're going around. Going around now. I don't think we're getting to a.
Yeah, Stacey, I'm sure, and I'm very proud of you and well done that you've got the money and the ability and the knowledge and the discipline to build a survival center at your house. That's great. That's great. And you're absolutely right. If the power goes out, you've got power. Great. But do you know what would happen in an apocalypse? If you really want to go down that line, if we went to apocalypse and your power generator come on, your neighbour's going to come and steal it from you anyway. So that's not how to live. No, don't say you're going to shoot him. Please don't say you got loads of guns and you're going to shoot. Right. Let's not do all that stuff. It's great. You've got insurance and a big truck and a prepping equipment. That's great. But that's not the reality when we come to it. Where you'll be in the end when it comes to it is everybody will steal it from you and everybody be shooting everybody. So we're not going to go there because those aren't things we can even think about because everything would go to crap anyway. We're talking about you saying you need to be prepared. I'm prepared. I'm doing the right thing. And if you prepare right, according to you, if you prepare right, you won't even get cancer. Stacey. We all love you on this show. You're a wonderful person. You contribute
First of all,
so
that's
much.
not what I said. This is exactly why we're in this conversation in the first place, because you take things and you're putting words in my mouth.
I'm not putting him in the mouth. I asked you a question on cancer, and you said that you weren't prepared. You said that.
No, I said there must have been something that I didn't do.
No, nothing you didn't do. You're not responsible for getting cancer and dying. You're not responsible if someone bombs your country. You're not responsible if Donald Trump makes up numbers that no one can work out, complete nonsense, and bankrupt countries around the world. You're not responsible for that. Donald Trump did that. You didn't do it. I didn't do it. I didn't crash the stock market.
I didn't blame it on anybody else.
Right.
Like,
So we can't be prepared for that.
anything.
And just because, and let's be clear, being prepared doesn't mean I've not over-leveraged myself so I don't lose everything, is not the same as saying I still lost everything. Even if you had no margin, if the stock went from there to there, you still lose it. Just margin just amplifies the problem, that's all. But I'm prepared. I've worked hard. I've invested in the stock market more so than apparently most Americans today, because they're all selling the market. But what this is about, Stacey, is you can't be prepared for everything. You can't. You can prep yourself all you like, but you can't. Namisha, just to calm things down a second, please stay with us, Stacey. I don't want you to go away upset. We're having a conversation. Namisha, what did you want to say today?
Well, I don't know if I can calm things down because I'm with Stacy here. Martyn, it's kind of got into like, are you prepared for the apocalypse? But I think the conversation started like this: that Stacy is not she's not panicking today. Is that right, Stacy? You're okay. You're
As
not
much
worried.
as- Thank you.
That's great. I'm pleased for Stacey. Really happy. Yeah.
You've taken all the way to if there's an apocalypse, if somebody had cancer. So, Martyn, you have thrown the word around stupid a lot today, where if we had done this and that, then we're stupid. And I also kind of felt like that you shouldn't be using that word stupid. Anyway, the thing is that I am prepared for the stock market crash in that I have less than 40% of my money, of my assets in stocks. In that way, I'm prepared. I am a prepper. I have seen the whole world. I have been a refugee, a genuine refugee.
Okay.
This is my second country that I've emigrated. I migrated to England. I have had extreme hardship. I have been in poverty. I have been homeless. Okay, so this, if Stacy hasn't experienced that, I could fill in for that. But you can prepare as much as possible.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so just because I haven't prepared for the apocalypse, so I am a prepper. So I'm prepared for the stock market crash. So I'm not worried today, and I haven't sold anything. And as it's been going down, I have been buying as it's been going down. But I'm also not worried because because I'm prepared emotionally. I'm prepared. I'm prepared that I don't have haven't made myself vulnerable, and I don't have margin, and and I have my faith. And
can I ask Namisha and Stacey, what is prepared? We misunderstand each other here. I'm trying to find a resolution. We're not going to bully. We're going to have a conversation, and we're going to get a resolution. Namisha and Stacey, what is prepared in your definition? What do you, because it seems that you're upset with me because I'm saying people are stupid if they don't get what's going on, and you're saying you're prepared. What do you mean by being prepared? Stacy and Namisha, please give me your answer.
You have to mentally prepare. That's what I'm saying. Nobody wants to lose money. Nobody likes losing money.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay. So for you,
I'm mentally prepared for it. I'm not stressed about it. There's no reason to stress myself out about something I have no control over.
Okay. So prepared for you is your portfolio is okay. You're not over leveraged. If it goes down, you're okay. That's what, okay. What's your response to that, Namisha?
Right. We have, we need to understand the word prepared.
Mm-hmm.
So prepared means that you're exactly like what you said.
Okay.
We're not, I mean, I am concerned for all the other people in the world who are exposed and are panicking. Doesn't mean that we're not worried for them. We are worried for them.
Okay.
But I am prepared. You can be prepared as much as is possible to be, which means that you have like emergency candles. You have I have, things like that. But you also not overexposed. I have my emergency fund.
Okay.
I was very tempted to use my emergency money to buy the dip, but I just held tight because, you should have 6 months of emergency money set aside. You shouldn't be, and I have other assets that have not been collapsing, they've been going up. So that's all part of the preparedness. And then you are emotionally prepared also. And and I have my faith, which is, some people don't have that, but I have that. I have my faith in God, and everything will be all right.
Well, what I'm saying, and maybe we've misunderstood each other here, so hopefully this conversation, we resolve it. This is what we do, right? You both said you're prepared because of all the reasons you've given. I don't need to highlight them. You gave them both eloquently and explained it. I'm prepared. I haven't over leveraged. I've got a balanced portfolio. What I'm talking about is you can prepare all you like, and there's, that's fine. I could have sold out my position and I could have all this cash sitting around. I'm not talking about me. I'm not talking about just other people around the world. I'm talking about prepared when the market collapses, when all the stuff that we rely on stops. We're only ever 5 days away from the supermarkets being empty. We live in a world today that it moves very, very quickly. It's not like it used to be 1,000 years ago where we dug stuff out the ground and we grew our own vegetables and we're in control of it. We're not. We're a global community, and America forgets sometimes it's a global community. People keep saying America first. You can't go America first. It's the global community. America doesn't make anything. We buy it because we've got loads of money, but we buy stuff from other people. You can't just go, I'm prepared because my portfolio is okay. Your portfolio will be worth zero. If there's no supply chains and everyone goes bankrupt, there'll be nothing for you to buy. So what I'm saying is, if this is okay, and Trump said, it's okay, I'm crashing the market on purpose today on his Truth Social. It's okay. I'm a billionaire. I can crash the market to zero. You can't, because you will destroy. I'll bring you back, Namisha. You'll destroy all the economies around the world. You'll lose all the relationships, and nobody will want to do business with you ever again. And they're doing that right now. They're forming alliances right now with China rather than America. Don't take it for granted. You can bully your way around the world and it's okay. And as long as you're okay with your portfolio won't be worth anything. And like Stacy said, she's doing what she can, preparing for, a power generator. That's not important. If the world goes to zero, you won't even have any gas to put in it. There'll be nothing to power it with. So, Namisha, just respond to that quickly. And I've got Poor Man has just called in as well. He wants to have a say. Please respond, Namisha. That's what I was saying today when I was saying you're wrong if you think you're prepared, because you ain't. And by saying you are, it's upsetting people that are.
just from outside perspective, I don't mean to butt in, but it really seems like what's gone on here is just two different interpretations of what we're talking about here. One is on a personal level, which is, I think, what Stacey's saying and Namisha's saying. You're preparing for yourself. You're looking at what, again, I might disagree a bit with Stacey about what you can actually prepare for, but you can prepare to an extent. You can always prepare and be prepared in yourself individually in your own situation. And that might be don't invest as much as you can afford to lose in Stacey's circumstance, or being diversified in Namisha's circumstance. Whatever it is, you can be prepared in yourself. But what Martyn was alluding to here, and what I've seen is you can never prepare for total collapse. You can never, the people in different parts of the country, even in the US, can't be prepared for a bomb falling on their house. It's not their fault, and they couldn't be prepared for it. And it's unfair to say that everyone can always be prepared. So I think what we've got going on here is Martyn saying that, and then Stacey and Namisha saying, on an individual level, we can be as prepared as we can be. A little bit of disagreement about you can never be as prepared as you can be, but that's my thoughts. But I'll hand it back to Namisha.
Ever the great diplomat, Sensei. You all three of us now are nodding. That's what we're all smiling again. Go on, Stacey, give us a big smile. Go on, you're the last one to smile. There's a little smile. Okay. The point is, we're not attacking each other. I'm looking at this as an audience and everybody and everything else. It's not about me. That's why I always say it's not about my portfolio. I didn't prepare. You didn't prepare. It's we didn't prepare. The world didn't prepare. Namisha, quick response. I want to go to poor man who's waiting patiently.
Okay. I don't think what Trump did is okay. So I think you are kind of saying we're unprepared and what's happening is okay. It's not okay.
Okay.
You know that I like Trump,
yep.
But what he did is not okay with me.
Okay.
I don't like everything that this is not okay. What Trump should have done is talk to each country and negotiated with each country individually and on individual products and done it gradually. And he just overplayed his hand, and I'm not okay. So being prepared doesn't mean you're okay with what Trump did. We're all in it, and we all have skin in the game. Okay, but we have to be individually prepared so we can take care of our families. We can tread water while this is happening. But what has happened is not okay.
Okay.
Just because you think it's okay. It's not okay.
Okay.
It's just that these are survival skills.
Yeah.
We have learned how to survive, and I have learned a lot of survival skills.
Yeah.
If there's no food in the grocery store, I know how to can.
Yeah.
I have food stocked up. I have things stocked up. I know how to survive.
Okay.
I know how to grow my vegetables and things like that.
Okay, well, I appreciate that. We seem to understand now where we were misunderstanding each other. But as I say, I'm looking at the not, preparing for myself. I'm trying to prepare the audience and everyone. And I think if we all, I've always said I've made no beef about it. I don't like shorters. I don't like people who go against trying to drive businesses to zero for their own personal gain. People are doing it today. I saw people in the chat saying, I'm short in the market to take it to zero. I can't stand that. I know it's the game, but I hate it. And if Trump had negotiated with people, he says he's the great negotiator. He's not. He said he'd end the war in an hour. Then it was a week. Then it was a month. Still hasn't ended the war. He's not going to end the war in Ukraine and Russia. Nonsense. The numbers were all made up. The whole thing. Israel and Vietnam took away their tariffs. He still did it. It's a bully. It's horrible. And if we all invested in America and didn't sell out, this wouldn't have gone down. It went down because everyone went, I'm taking care of me. And my problem is, if we all say I take care of me and I prep for me, we're all doomed. And I would love to see the world work together, because the planet doesn't need us, but we need it. And as individuals, I'm okay because I've got my money on the sidelines. Your money ain't worth stuff all if it goes to zero. And I don't mean your portfolio. I mean the whole system. Poor man, rich. Is it poor man? Come back to me. Where are you calling in from, mate?
Good afternoon. Can you guys hear me?
I can hear you. Where are you calling in from?
Nebraska.
Nebraska. Wonderful. I've been there right on the border once between Kansas and Nebraska. What's your thoughts and comments today? Stacey's very upset. Namisha's not happy. We've got our mediator, Sensei, up there. What do you think about what you're hearing today? Any thoughts?
So, yes, pretty much what Sensei was saying. He kind of straightened everything out. Most of what was going on that I saw in the chat. But I feel like I understand where Stacy's coming from. Not that, I guess personally, I feel I have not put too much in the market where I'm afraid I'm going to lose that. But I know that I have, invested in there. But if something were to go wrong, it's not like I have that worry that, I'm going to lose it all. As far as like everything else, as far as like, world coming to an end, whatever, something happened here that I can't control. I mean, I feel personally that I'd be happy with where I'm at, just in life. And I really have no worries if the market would go, if it would collapse or lose our house, as long as I have my family with me, I'm still rich.
No, I agree. We all agree with that. I think Stacey would agree with that. We all agree with that.
Like what Stacy was saying is, and Sensei and Namisha is, personally, that you're going to be okay. Not that, you don't feel like everybody else is doing whatever they're doing and we don't have any feelings towards anybody. Some people invest a lot of money and they're stressed, like I said, me personally, I have not invested. I just started, in November. So I don't have much in there. So I don't know what you guys are feeling. I feel like, yes, I'm losing, but I don't feel the loss. If you have a lot more money in there, I don't feel that loss. As far as the government and what they're doing, I agree and disagree with things that are going on, but it is something that I feel like as a person, I can't do it alone. I can't say, I can't speak up. I can't do anything alone, but we can, do something. But it's just something that we have to, like you've said, it's patience, just, I don't know. Personally, for me, is if I have my family, I'm good.
Well, I appreciate your thoughts and sentiments. Thank you for calling in. It's lovely to meet you for the first time. It's your first time calling in, I think. And thank you for being a supporter of the show. I appreciate it. Time to wrap up the show. I'm going to say sorry if as I have. I think it's always bad to say sorry if I upset you. That's not an apology. Sorry I did upset you, Stacy, and sorry I upset Namisha. She feels the same. I think we now know I was talking about generally we should be concerned and worried, and we can't prepare for that. We can't prepare for things that are going on beyond our control. We can't prepare for any of these things. Stuff happens to you all the time, and life can treat us the way it does, and there ain't nothing you can do about it. You can prepare yourself so much and you can do the right things, but you can still wake up tomorrow morning and your arms and legs can fall off and there ain't nothing you can do about it. I don't mean that literally, of course. But of course you're going to feel differently if you're not in margin right now. I mean, if I wasn't in margin right now, I wouldn't be stressed at all about my portfolio because I'd just wait until the 21st and I'd buy a load more at a lot less price. Hey, great for me. But that's not what I'm talking about. What I've been saying today is I'm concerned that the world is upside down and it's never been like this. When we look at the Depression, the Great Depression, World War I, II, dot-com crashes, there was fundamental reasons behind why the market went down. the economy is good. The economy's been good for 2 years. Inflation's coming down. Everything was doing quite well, actually. And because of Trump, it ain't. And I'm not political, but that's just how it is. We've got the facts they made up. Nonsense, taxing penguins, God knows what else. It's a lot of rubbish. The numbers are rubbish. They don't make any sense. No analyst in the world can work them out. So your portfolio might be up, down, left or right. But we're making enemies around the world. And a lot of those enemies were friends. They won't be friends again. And that's what's upsetting me. Not whether I get margin called or not. Because if I lose all my money and I sell my house to pay off the margin, which could happen, I'm homeless, other than my house here. So I'm not going to be on the street. But that would be horrible. When I know I've done the right thing and I was prepared as much as you like. Maybe I was too bullish in America. Maybe I was too much believing that Trump wouldn't go so aggressive, but I got that wrong. So there we go. I'm sorry I upset you, Stacy. I know you want the best for everybody. Same as Namisha. I know you want the best for everybody, but I wasn't talking about my portfolio. I was talking, or your portfolio. I was talking about the world. What's happening in America right now is horrible, horrible to watch. And I hate having to have a channel which is all about it. I wished my music channel could be as successful as my making money channel. Because if it was, I would just sing all day long and I'd have no problems with anything. I'd be just singing songs all day long. But unfortunately, people want to tune in to make money. That's just the way it is. And the Second World War and the First World War and the other crashes, we didn't have crypto. So things are now got no sense. We've got no, I don't know how to analyze this. So there we go. That's where we are. Thanks for calling in. I'm going to give everyone a final thought, final comment, and I'm going to end the show. Send everyone to the music channel if you wish to join me. And once again, I apologize for upsetting you, Stacy and Namisha, and anyone else who feels that I was disrespecting them because I thought they didn't understand what was going on. What's going on in the world now is not good. And that's how I feel about it. I'm not talking about our individual portfolios. Final thoughts from you, poor man.
I just want to say thank you for everything that you do. Love you guys. I don't even know you guys, personally, but I do feel close to you guys and feel like I'm a very emotional guy. So if my family hurts, I hurt. But I do appreciate you, having the show, keeping us up to date, and just showing us how much you love us.
Thank you, mate. Appreciate that. Namisha, final thoughts from you?
Okay, so earlier, Sensei had some of the wisest words I ever heard. So my final words are, be properly diversified, including emergency funds enough for like 6 months. And worrying is a waste of energy. Prep as much as you can. Count your blessings, and this too shall pass.
Lovely. Thank you. Stacy, I'm not going to put you on the spot by making you our last final thoughts. I'll come to Sensei last. But Stacy, is there anything you'd like to say? And again, I apologize as I upset you.
It's not even about that. I appreciate it. And I still love you. I mean, it's not like that personally. I really appreciate Sensei clarifying, because that's exactly where I was coming from. And I understand, but see, you're on an extreme level. Like, it's either really bad or really good, but you can only prepare for what's in the middle. And you have to try and do your best. And I'm not telling people that it's all going to be okay. It might not be. But, I mean, we just have to be there for each other. And you know what? We came back from the Depression. We came back from recession. America's never been, well, maybe in the Neanderthal stages, but I mean, we'll recover. We will recover. Will it be as great as it was? Maybe not. But I just want people to know, if you need anything, reach out to me. Reach out to other people. Like, the people that haven't lost what they can't afford to lose are here to help other people. That's why we do that.
Wonderful. Before I go to Sensei for his last thoughts, that's what I love about this family. That's why we do this show. We get it wrong, we make mistakes, we're up, we're down, we're always learning, we're always supporting, and we'll always open the phone line, we'll always negotiate, find a way, talk it out, understand each other. That's what we do, I think, better than the government does, if I'm honest. We, just people of the world, talk to each other, good Americans, good British, good French and German. We've got members in 69 countries. I love it. Thank you, Stacy, for coming in and calling in. I appreciate you so much. And that was great. Final thoughts from you, Sensei.
Well, I'd like to thank you and obviously Namisha for your kind words, and poor man, which I forgot what your name was, but poor man something. I forgot what it was. And Stacey, thank you for thanking me for mediating that. But that was what we just witnessed here was an emotional day that brought out emotions in all of us. And it's days like this we need to take note of what emotions affected us, how we acted, what we did right, what we did wrong. It's one of those days that I think what Stacey said is amazing, is what this family is for us to learn from each other, for us to support each other. Stacey is amazing. She's there on Discord. You need help, she will message you. She cares about each and every one of you. I'm sure Namisha cares about everyone as well. We've just heard Poor Man speak about how much he's emotional and he cares about the family. Look, we are here to support each other. Martyn's here to support everyone. He's live every day. He's giving this platform for us to each and every one of us to support each other. Let's keep supporting each other. If anyone's feeling really down about what's happened today, message me, message Stacey. Look, I've been in that situation. I've been in a situation where I was high risk crypto, and then the bear market came and every single one of my positions, margin call, down. What am I going to do? I've lost it all. I've been in that situation. It's a terrible feeling, and you don't know what to do. You panic, you sell, you lose it all. You look for places to get money. You can't. It's terrible. We've all had, maybe no one's had that experience yet. I'm sure a lot of people have had that experience. Maybe a lot of people are experiencing that today. You have to learn from your mistakes. You lost the money. Now you have to make it an expensive lesson. At least take those lessons away. If you're really hurting, if you really think it's affecting you, message me. I'm not going to give money to anyone. So that's one thing. A lot of people start messaging people. I need money. I need money.
Mugs away.
Yeah, my mugs. I pay for that. That's why I'm in so much debt. If I'd sold more mugs and got paid for them.
There's been plenty of people who have said, I've lost everything, please give me money. Look, I'm not going to give anyone money. You won't learn anything that way. And I'm not a money printing machine. However, even though the trades are quite accurate, you have to learn from your lessons. But if you want support, we are here to give support. The family's here to give support. Call in. You just saw a live, truthful conversation. There's a lot of other channels that won't be doing that. Look, I've got a lot to say, but I'll say it over the week. So I've got my show on Sunday. But if you're really hurting, don't do anything silly. Look, we're here to help. Message us on Discord. You will always learn from it. You'll do better next time. And look, these tariffs, everything going on, there's plenty of things I want to say about it. But what I'll do is I'll keep it for the Sunday show. I'll keep it for the next call in. But thank you for having me on the show again, Martyn.
Can I just say something?
Yes.
I really appreciate Namisha and Poor Man, Rich Man, and Sensei calling in, because I was hesitant to call in because I know how emotional I was. So it's hard for me to talk and express myself. So for someone to come in and to help regulate that, I really appreciate it.
You're welcome, Stacey.
Thank you, guys. Wow, what an afternoon that was. Bloody hell. I'm going to thank everyone who called in, everyone who watched, everyone who took part today. We've learned a lot. I've learned lots today. I've learned that my words and what I say has a deep effect on people, and you can upset people and not even know you're doing it. And it's the last thing I want. But I'm proud of what this family is, the fact we can talk to each other, bring everyone together. with the support of Sensei as well. And we can share everything and discuss everything and solve everything. And that makes us great.
Reviews by Annie donated $4.99 through a super chat. Sending love, heart emoji.
I love it. I absolutely love it. Thank you ever so much, everyone who took part today. If you are affected or upset by anything you've heard today, reach out like Sensei said. We know a lot of people are really, really struggling. And you can talk to us 24/7 on the Extra channel. We're live on the Extra channel 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. There is the Extra channel in the chat there now. On top of that, you can message us through Discord and all those other things, and the team and the Lucas Age will be there for you. I'm here to answer every question live. You can call into the show, but it might get a lot worse before it gets better. But you're not alone. We're all going through it, and I'm really proud that we can discuss this together and come to a great outcome. We even laughed and joked at the end over Sensei giving my mugs away. It's probably why I've got so much debt now, actually, the amount of money I've lost on my mugs. But if it wasn't for Sensei, I'd probably be fine. So I'm just going to leave that at Sensei's door. This is all Sensei's fault. So technically, it's Sensei's fault why me and Stacy fell out today. So it's all Sensei's fault, basically. So I want to thank him again, as always, doing a great job. A good cop, bad cop, worked very well today. Sensei, thank you for everything that you do. I'm going to go. I'll be live in about 25 minutes on my music channel if you want to join me for some music every Friday night. The link is in the chat. Join me. It's on the homepage of this channel. It says the other channel. The link's in the chat. And I think it'll even take you there automatically at the end of this. I think yes, it will. Join me there in 20 minutes. And I wish everyone the very, very best. We didn't do anything to cause this. We're just investors trying to do what's right for our families, trying to help people, trying to support people. And what I love about the family is we can talk to each other. We always solve it. We always fix it. And that's it from me. Sensei will be back on Sunday at 4 p.m. Central Time. Sorry, 3 p.m. Central. I'll be live back again on Monday for the opening bell. I'll be live in 20 minutes from now on the music channel. But as always, wherever you are around the world, love you all. Take care of yourselves and each other. Bye-bye for now.